U.S. trade threats to Europe. Why pressure may backfire. The United States Trade Representative recently issued a warning to European businesses, threatening retaliatory measures if the European Union persists with policies perceived as discriminatory toward American tech companies. This move, publicized on X, formerly Twitter, lists European service providers, including Accenture, Amadeus, SAP, Siemens, DHL, Capgemini, Mistral AI, Publicis, and Spotify, that could face restrictions if the EU doesn't ease its regulatory stance. However, this hardline approach may be counterproductive. Rather than securing concessions, it risks reinforcing anti-American sentiment within Europe and strengthening calls for even stricter action against U.S. firms. The EU's perspective. More than just regulation, the core of the dispute lies in the EU's evolving regulatory framework, particularly the Digital Markets Act, DMA, Digital Services Act, DSA, and upcoming AI Act. These laws aim to curb the dominance of large tech companies and promote fairer competition. While the U.S. argues these regulations are protectionist and stifle innovation, the EU views them as necessary to protect consumer privacy, data security, and market diversity. The U.S. currently enjoys a substantial services trade surplus with the EU, over 148 billion euros. But this advantage is threatened by Europe's regulatory tightening. The American response, though understandable from a business perspective, has been perceived as aggressive and out of touch with European realities. Why threats are likely to fail. The U.S. heavy-handed rhetoric is backfiring in several ways. Radicalization, not moderation. By framing the EU's policies as a geopolitical threat, the U.S. risks alienating moderate voices who share concerns about overregulation. The messaging is seen as hostile, emboldening those who advocate for tougher measures against American firms. Unintended leverage. By highlighting the so-called Brussels effect, the EU's ability to set global regulatory standards, the U.S. may inadvertently encourage other regions to adopt similar frameworks as leverage against American tech. Distorted messaging. American narratives often misrepresent European regulations, such as portraying fines against X, formerly Twitter, as attacks on free speech when they are actually related to data access and transparency violations. This undermines credibility. Domestic versus European audiences. U.S. political messaging is frequently tailored to domestic consumption, failing to resonate with nuanced European perspectives. The bigger picture. Overregulation hurts Europe too. The issue isn't just about American companies. European firms are also grappling with the consequences of overregulation. Mario Draghi, former president of the European Central Bank, has stated that GDPR alone increases data costs for European startups by 20% compared to their American counterparts. The EU is attempting to address this through initiatives like the Digital Omnibus, which seeks to streamline data rules, and the AI Act. However, the US must engage constructively, not through threats, to ensure these reforms align with global competitiveness. The U.S.-EU trade agreement. A missed opportunity despite signing a trade agreement in August 2025 that pledged to reduce non-tariff barriers, implementation has stalled. The U.S. should focus on addressing upcoming regulations like the Digital Fairness Act, which could reshape the personalized advertising market. Waiting until these laws are adopted will make them impossible to reverse. The current approach risks escalating tensions and hindering genuine dialogue. A more effective strategy would involve acknowledging European concerns, engaging in constructive negotiations, and framing the issue as a shared challenge to global competitiveness. In conclusion, while the U.S. has legitimate concerns about European tech regulations, its current tactics are likely to backfire. A more nuanced, collaborative approach is needed to prevent further escalation and ensure a level playing field for both American and European businesses.